Hello folks, Frankie Dave back here again on YouTube. I'd like to be able to share with you a build I've done years back. This is a Minicraft 1/72 scale of the Boeing 377 Clipper. Before I show the model to you, I'd like to be able to discuss something about the history of the aircraft itself. The Boeing 377 Clipper was a successor to the Douglas DC-77 mainliner. Actually, the 377 Clipper can carry a crew of 6 personnel and can carry a passenger displacement of 164 passengers. Not much more than the DC-7 or the DC-6 Cloudmaster can carry. And the airlines companies, they envisioned and having an airliner that can carry more passengers, which means more revenue for them. So therefore, they contacted Boeing Aircraft Company, and Boeing Aircraft Company came out with a 377 Clipper. The 377 Clipper entered the airlines in 1956, and it was used all the way up to 1959. And it was stricken from the commercial service, and therefore the inventive jet aircraft was a Dash 80 came out, which is a 707, was its successor. It was the last prop-driven commercial airliner ever used. And the Air Force had great expectations for it as well. They used it as an aerial freighter and an aerial tanker. The C-97 will be the straddle freighter, and the KC-97 will be the fuel tanker. I have both of them. I have the military variant, and also I have the civilian. The civilian version I have here, my Minicraft, is ejection molded for Minicraft, and my military version I made from scratch using blue foam board. The kit is it's a very good kit. It's very expensive. At the time, I think I paid a handsome sum of $50. I'm quite certain this is what it was. I haven't seen this kit in model shops for years. Just like everything else nowadays, they just produce so many and they just quit making them, go to something else. And the KC-97 was stricken from the Air Force as late as 1977. And then they went to the KC-135, which is the military version of the Boeing 707. The Minicraft kit came out 10 years ago. I do remember this. I bought it at my favorite hobby shop. Had a beautiful picture of it in flight mode, flying over the Golden Gate Bridge. Here is my 1/72 scale Boeing 377 Clipper. Now I'd like to make a note on here, this is not silver paint. I used Reynolds wrap, aluminum foil, and I used contact cement diluted with lacquer thinner for adhesive for it to stick to the plastic itself. I'll get a little closer, guys, you can see it. I dropped the flaps down as the landing is posing as a landing mode or scene. A little closer to the cockpit area. The cockpit's pretty detailed. The cockpit is the canopy itself. The pilot's compartment is pretty well detailed. It's got a full control console on there, all the quadrants and such. Man, I gotta get me another camera, boys. This thing here is not doing nothing. I'll give you a fast walk around, guys. There's a tail right there. Right here, looking at your left side of the fuselage. If I get a little closer to the cockpit itself, I think I moved around too much, guys. It's kind of obscuring the detail. I'll get a little closer. This thing is built all like all panel lines. I followed the panels on the kit while I was laying down the tin foil. I use gloves on, keep putting finger marks on it. One thing about aluminum foil, it don't leave that much finger marks, but every time I handle an actual aluminum aircraft, like I'll be doing with my albatross when I get it finished, I always use these little gloves right here. And I use them as well in painting my model. I make it a common practice. I do it religiously. Flip on the bottom surface. 2 holes here you see here, folks. It mounts on a stand. I just took it off my stand a while ago. You can see a little bit of exhaust stains next to the engine nacelles. Turn on it back. There you go. The 377 Clipper uses the same wing as that of the B-29. A very handsome airplane it is. Right down here is a lounge area, a bar. That's where the big wigs go down there. First class passengers go down there, have their private little bar, has a place to sit and watch the world go beneath them. This airplane has two flight decks. You got right over this area here. That's your cargo deck right there. That's where the passengers, where they can promenade through here. They can't go any further. This section here, this is all the crew right here. Got your radio operator, your flight engineer, systems check, engineer, pilot, co-pilot. It's a pretty good sized airplane, guys. Wingspan's a little over 24 inches, so it's big enough. And anybody interested in obtaining an airliner like this and this scale, you're going to have to check your excuse me, folks. You're going to have to check Google or whatever browser you have your search engine you use. But like I say, in eBay, they more or less come out with them all the time. Your hobby shop, maybe the kit's probably there's a chance that the kit still could be in production, so you're going to have to get hold of your hobby dealer and have a look into it if he can order it for you. If not, the best source to go is just keep on surfing through eBay, so you'll run a couple of them. But it's a costly kit, but then it's only one of its type. Minicraft does make the KC-97 and a C-97. I have a KC-97 down below, and I'll take it out of the box and bring it up and show it to you. I built this from scratch. Ohio Air Guard, I think, what it has on it. It's a model after the aircraft that's on display at the Air Force Space Museum, which is on about 12 miles away from my house in Dayton, Ohio. A novice shouldn't have no problems attempting this kit. It gives you a lot of food for thought how you're going to paint it. A lot of people will use the alcades they have out there. That stuff's expensive. It's too hard and messy. You want to get a good aluminum finish. Try your hand using Reynolds Wrap aluminum foil. And all you got to do is when you lay your panels on there, you can just burnish them out so you can't panels, cut them out, apply adhesive, stick them to the fuselage. Folks, grandfather's whistling at me over there, so I better sign off here. And I thank everybody for tuning in, your comments. I got to get going on my albatross and get that going so I get another update on that. So, thank you for tuning in. And any comments, fire them this way. I'll fire them back to you on the fly. God love you guys. I got another YouTube coming up in a minute here, so hang loose. I'll be back. Thanks, boys. May God bless. Bye now.